Hi there Wargamers, Dan, DeathBringa Cain here, and Adam Prospero.
Hi.
From the blog as well. With a bit of a special one because Adam has quite nicely brought along some of his X-Wing stuff that I haven't got around to buying just yet, so we'd share them with you. So it's nicely donated for the purpose of unboxing. Unfortunately, he's not going to donate it for the purpose of keeping. A K-Wing. So let's get this. We've already, obviously, because he was too excited and to get the model out of its little blister. We've already done that step already.
Wave it round the room, making little noises, you know.
So, as per usual, we'll have a look at the model first, and to do that, we need to zoom in a bit closer.
This is, for still a small ship, this is a bit of a monster, really.
Yeah, when I first saw it, I was still a bit blown away of how big this is compared to the standard ships. So I've just reached off to the side where, not really being prepared, I've got a Y-wing. So let's put a Y-wing on top of this. Just look at that. It's huge compared to a Y-wing. And the Y-wing's not a small ship. So we'll get this guy out of the box and have a quick look.
I have to say, when I first saw pictures of this months ago, I wasn't too sure about it, but every time I've looked at it, it's sort of grown on me, the design.
Yeah, and it still goes on a standard small base, so we've got a bit of overhang there, but we won't worry about that. So, again, Fantasy Flight, wonderful packaging. Can even be used to transport them around, which is something I do. So let's have a bit closer in and look at the nice detail here. As per usual, pre-paint is fantastic on this one. Lovely, lots of little details. I mean, there's even little turrets there and cockpits.
Arm to the teeth.
Look at that. Loads of missiles or torpedoes or whatever they are. But all in all, fantastic looking little model. Well, big model, big little model. Yeah, that's a new term, big little. So get the now we've got the nice model nicely shown off there. We get the cards in and see what they're like. I mean, as per usual, Fantasy Flight, we'll zoom out because that's in. The usual goodness from Fantasy Flight, Ziploc bags. Every wargamer needs more of these. In fact, I think Fantasy Flight should start sending these extra ones in your box, in your packages, just as a nice treat. Oh, hang on, I'm failing on camera. There
Fantasy Flight don't want us to know the rules for this.
Yes. So, quickly look at the little card tokens. As per usual, nice and thick and nice quality printouts. And we've got a bit of an SS there. It's SS. We're already down to the.
I don't think you want to be giving that to a rebel one, really.
No. So that's the Empire. That's the Elite SS and the TT motorbikes.
Thing you notice here is that there's quite a few sort of new and unique looking tokens here, which I'm sure we'll discover the purpose of in a moment.
Yeah, and also one thing I'm seeing here on the dial. No red.
Yeah.
No red. No stressful manoeuvres. Not so much green though, and we've got some interesting tokens here which could be something weird.
I mean, the lack of green is perhaps not surprising when you consider the size of the ship.
Yeah, it's quite agile. Only goes up to speed 3, and we've got some interesting bomb tokens to play with, which I'm sure will make more sense once we look at the actual card components.
There we go. It is an X-Wing B-52.
Oh yes,
that must be its rock. Yeah.
So, quickly, first things first, we'll have a little view at the pilots. So we'll zoom in and go through one by one, I think, so we can see one better than the others. Tell you what, let's start at the lowest, shall we?
Yep. I think you got it just underneath there.
Off the camera, nice and professional. There we go. We've got a Warden Squadron pilot with a pilot skill of 2, and as per usual, lovely artwork on the pilot card.
Not bad number of hull and shield there.
Yeah, a total of nine potential damage there. That's something quite.
For a ship that costs what 23 points, that's not bad for just how much.
Only the 1 agility it does have a turret weapon for a small ship, but it's quite good as well.
It has an agility. I mean, that's that puts it above certain ships.
One thing that gets me, look at this. Look at the upgrade bar. It's full.
Yeah, and you'll come to realise that if you aren't familiar with some of the upgrade cards that come with this, why that's actually so interesting when you look at one of the upgrade cards we'll be seeing later.
Yeah. So what we got? We got two torpedoes, a turret, missiles, a crew member, and 2 bomb slots. That's loads, and
you could end up spending a lot of points on this.
Yeah, we've also got a new action that's going to be coming into play here. I think this is the slam that we've been hearing about, but we'll look into that more. So that's the first generic pilot.
Right, we're up to skill 4 now, I think.
Yeah, skill 4 for a Guardian Squadron pilot. Again, can't see the artwork. Lovely artwork as usual. I'm loving that. So anyway, there's not much to see about that one apart from the nice picture. But pilot skill 4.
Not really that much different, except a couple of points more. And
then we've got another guy, a named pilot, and Esej Tuki. Oh god, why?
I'd rather you tried than me there.
Why Fantasy Flight? Why? You're trying to make me look silly. Esej Tuki 2. Isn't that what Shaman Scott does in Evolution? Tuki.
I don't know, I'm going to call him Tutu from now on.
Yeah. Okay, so that's what we can see. When another friendship at range 1 to 2 is attacking, it may treat your focus token as its own.
That's an interesting support ability there, because I mean you could keep that back a bit further so it can fire its whatevers.
Yeah. While
the one further forward does the borrows the focus.
Yes, I suppose if you crap out or someone gets a target lock and you get raw focus, it could be quite interesting to take that instead. 28 points, quite expensive for that upgrade.
Yeah, especially if you want to actually give it anything afterwards.
Yeah, okay, the next one is Miranda. Oh, that's easy, we like that one. Miranda, we can do that one. Miranda Donny. So, this one...
It's not pronounced like that, it's pronounced Miranda Donny.
Yeah, possibly. Or yeah. Donai. Yes, and he's rocking in at 29 points. And we've got a once per round when attacking, you either spend 1 shield to roll an additional attack dice or roll 1 fewer attack dice to recover. Wow.
That's quite good.
Especially when you've got 4 shields to play with.
And to be honest, you could just make an attack that you don't really care about.
Yeah,
just to get a shield back.
Or you can fly off into the middle of nowhere. But I suppose you need to be able to attack to do it.
Yeah, so I mean, just, if you want a shield back and you don't really care about damaging, it's just fire at someone at range 3 that you don't really care about hurting and just keep your distance and recover for a turn.
Yeah, so I
like that.
We've got a few more little card components, so we've got the...
That's only 1 point more, that shit, than the lower skill.
So we've got using a bomb, which we've seen before, so we won't go too much about that one. We've got some new bomb tokens. We've got Iron Bomb and Coronet token, which look quite interesting. When you Iron Bomb tokens, each ship at range 1 of the token receives 2 iron tokens.
2 at once. Now that's
no damage, but just straight 2 iron tokens. Now that'll even iron a large ship.
Yeah.
Okay, what the Coronet token? When the bomb detonates, the ship that moves through or overlap this token suffers 1 damage and receives 2 iron tokens. And skips its perform action step, then discards the token. Whoa, that's quite...
So lots of...
So you get ironed and you miss your action as well, so that's quite powerful.
So really looking at disabling those larger ships for a critical moment.
As you guess, we've got an iron token card.
You're going to need it.
But I don't... Let's see, has it still been... No, I don't think they still haven't changed that. So it accounts for large ships. So
to be fair, it's probably been if they did make any changes, they'd probably printed these a long time before they did them.
So we've got we've got modification and titles card. So we've probably got some modification of titles in the actual upgrade cards, and you've got a turret primary weapon card, which is probably needed because this is the first small ship with a turret.
It only does 2 damage naturally. Looking at the cards there, but there are other things you can give it, I suppose. Okay, and then finally we've got slam action.
So let's have a look at slam action. So we've got the slam token, can do a slam out. Oh, sublight acceleration motor.
Ooh.
Yeah, technical terms.
Now I see a picture there saying weapons disabled token, so there must be something to do with the cost of doing it here.
Right, so let's have a look. Choose and execute a manoeuvre on a ship's dial, so Choose a manoeuvre must be the same speed as the manoeuvre that ship executed this round. Then assign the ship a weapon disable token. So my ship, that's two moves for the price of one, but you can't shoot.
Well, you could save your life though.
Yeah,
you really
true.
need to get out of danger.
Or get you back into a fighting position.
Could you use it? Could you drop bombs as you're doing this, or in between, or something? I don't know. We'll have to see. We'll have to look up that because that could be interesting.
So
drop a bomb and then leg it or something.
Well, it says you cannot attack, but you can perform actions, and dropping a bomb is an action, I believe. So.
Right.
So I'll tell you what we could do is have a quick look at the drop bombs tokens, which we glossed over. So, drop a bomb, follow these steps, take the one manoeuvred template and slide between the rear guide of the ship, place the bomb token on the upgrade card. Player is the guide to the token. The bomb... Oh, it's interesting. Doesn't say when, so...
Interesting.
It's probably that's more than likely on the bomb card.
On the bomb cards, yeah.
Yeah. So it's more than likely you can do it with a bomb.
Suddenly those two bomb slots look like you might see some use there.
Yeah, so you can still do your action, you just can't shoot. So that's a really powerful action. So let's move on to the upgrade cards. Now there's one here that I've been wanting for my Y-Wings. Twin laser turret.
Pew pew. 6 points, but you have plans for it.
Yeah, so. It's especially when you've got Y-Wings with the upgrade. Oh, sorry, we get 2 of these just in case you wanted more. But it's nice. You get 3 dice, and then you perform your attack twice. So that's really quite powerful. No range, can't fight a range 1. So
no, and there is something else at the bottom there that each time the attack hits.
Yeah,
you only cause 1 damage,
yeah,
but that you could possibly cause 2 damage if you're hitting twice with it, like 2 attacks. So,
and then we've got plasma torpedoes.
Interesting. That's new.
Yeah. Oh, 4 attack dice. Okay, if the attack hits after dealing damage, remove 1 shield token from the defender.
Wow. Okay, well that's good for eating through people's shields. Yeah, and you can do natural damage with it.
Only 3 points as well.
I think that's going to see some use.
Yeah, that's quite cheap for that. Right, then we've got advanced homing missiles. Quite a restrictive range here, of range 2 only. 3 dice for attacking, and if you hit, deal 1 face-up damage card to defender, then cancel all your dice. That's quite nice if you want to do a critical.
Now I've seen someone suggest there's I can't remember who it's on, but there's someone where you can, when they get a face-up damage card or something, you pick 3 and choose which one.
Yeah, I think that's one of the TIE bomber pilots, I think.
So if you threw that with that, it could be quite nasty.
Yeah, it's not quite a nasty Imperial fighter there. Oh, card here, it's quite fitted, a bombardier. For 1 point crew member, you can use your 2 forward template instead of the 1 forward template for dropping your bombs. That's quite nice.
That's quite nice, especially if you can do that slam thing and drop bombs at the same time with that as well.
Yep. Well, this is I've just come across the next card in the line. It's a Coronet, which is one of the bombs. So action. So there we go. It's an action. So you can do your slam and your bomb. So you drop your bomb, and when the ship's base or maneuver template overlaps the token, it detonates. So it's quite nasty.
And when we look at the size of the token as well, which was pretty big when you compare it to
back there. So
standard size base of a ship is there. So you're talking about the size of 2 bases next to each other.
Yeah. Or the standard bomb token, which is one of those, which is the same size, which is really quite big. So then we've got extra munitions.
No, I like this.
Yeah.
This is the value.
Right, when you equip this card, place 1 ordnance token on each ship equipped with torpedoes, missiles, and bombs upgrade card. When you are instructed to discard a card, you may discard this ordnance token on the card instead. Takes one of your torpedo slots, but
we've just seen the K-one's absolutely loaded with other things.
So if you're spending 5 points on one of your torpedoes, spend another 2 to get a second shot out of it is quite good. And also if you use
missiles and stuff.
What is that? Is it the that does prevent you from wasting a missile if it doesn't hit?
The fail-safe.
There we go. Munitions fail-safe. could be quite an interesting combination there. And then we've got iron bombs, 2 points. So obviously it's a bomb. And when you reveal your maneuver dial, you may discard, drop an iron bomb token, and it detonates at the end of the activation phase. So that's quite interesting. Get yourself in a good position with the slam.
So it doesn't need to be triggered by somebody else flying over it. You just need to be near what you want.
Yeah, and it extends the range 1, I believe, if memory serves. And then lastly, we've got advanced slam.
Yeah.
So is this a modification card? After performing a slam action, if you did not overlap or an obstacle on a ship, may perform a free action.
Wow.
That's quite good, that is.
For a ship this size, the mobility it could possibly have is amazing.
Yeah.
Because, okay, it can't barrel roll or boost or anything like that, but that's...
Yeah, double action, so you could drop a bomb and target lock someone, perhaps.
Hmm?
Oh, it's actually...
Set yourself up for your next
I'll tell
turn.
you what, something we've been missing, not glossing over, which we just really think about. Slam, action, it's an action. So, what we've been talking about, you'd need this card to do. So in order to slam and drop a bomb, you need to just have an advanced slam.
So clearly the intent is that if you're going to use this stuff, you use it all out.
Yeah.
And combine it all together.
Okay guys, that's all the card components. We'll bring the model back in the shot for the closing thoughts. Really nice model. Oh, I just realised how it's actually got landing gear on. It's actually sitting quite nicely on the table.
Not wobbling at all there.
No.
Excellent.
So it's a really nice model. Some interesting cards there to make some new tactics and stuff like that. So guys, what do you think of this new addition to X-Wing? Drop a comment below. Anything we might have missed or something you'd like to add, any suggestions or critics. Okay guys, we'll be on to the next unboxing video and we'll see you around. Thanks for watching guys. Bye bye.
Bye.